What is up? It is Eric Fish JC here once again. This time I am finally uploading another sample library demonstration and review video. It's been a while, school's been hectic and golf and everything, so I've been working towards this, but I finally got around to actually making it. So here we go. This is LA scoring strings, so first things first, I'll walk you through the way it looks. You pop open instruments here and you come up with two little things here, 16-bit and 24-bit instruments. They can be, you can use either one. I'm partial to the 24-bit just because I think they sound better because they're 24-bit rather than 16-bit there. So when you pop into here, you have 6 different folders to choose from basses, cellos, ensemble patches, violas, violins, and violins 2. Which are 2 slightly different violins patches that you can use for kind of divisi violins parts, those types of things. So ensemble patches are just what they are. There are a lot of effects such as major 7th runs, harmonics. They divide their spiccatos and their staccatos into highs and lows, so you can kind of get your basses and your cellos or your violas and your violins. You can fool around with that, create your own ensembles, whatever you need. And so first of all, I'll just go ahead and play some of the sounds. Now when you go into Violins 1, which is what I just entered, you're presented with 4, or 5 rather, different groupings here. You have a group of 4 violins, a different group of 4 violins, a group of 8 violins, a first chair, which is just a soloist, and then the 16-player full section mix. So I'm going to start with the Violins A, Legato L, which basically just uses one legato transition between the notes, no matter the velocity. So let's load that up. And this is the transitions are really, I think, one of the high points of LA Scoring Strings' entire library. Okay, so that's about 77.27 megabytes on the RAM. So here we go. This is what it sounds like. So as you can see, very good. That's completely dry as well. I have no reverb. I meant to put some on, didn't get around to it, so shoot me, honestly. Okay, so that's the way that sounds. Now you'll notice as I play, if you look at the interval and the articulation, it will tell you what interval you're going. For example, I think this should be a perfect fourth. And it'll tell you that it's using the legato articulation. Now I'm sorry about the tapping you can hear, but that's my nano key keyboard that I'm using to make this. Okay, so that's your legato L. Now we will go into the legato LP fast. Now LP stands for legato portando? I think it's portando. Well, anyway, or portissimo, something like that. Now if you look right here, you will see it says velocities less than 50, or greater than 50 rather, will play legato, and velocities that are greater than 0 and less than 50, less than or equal to 50, it will play a portando. Now your grand total velocity is actually determined by your mod wheel, which I'm leaving it at 100% right now because this little thing is now a mod wheel. I'm not messing with that. But anyway, so this is where your velocity will actually determine your articulation, your transition. So I'm going to start just with the legato. And then I'll add in a couple of portandos in there, and you'll see the interval and articulation change there. So. Now you'll hear it's not as defined as the glissando, which we'll go in a second, but this is a fast. So if we went into a slightly less fast, an LP medium, then that should be a bit more pronounced. Portando, I'm just going to call it port because I don't know what it means. I can't remember what the ending is, but anyway, here we go. So you can really hear the transition there is really nice. They did a pretty dang good job with this. Okay, so now let's get into the glissando. Glissando is definitely way more pronounced. So then you'll have 3 velocity ranges that we're going to be dealing with. As you can see right here. Velocities greater than 50 play legato. Velocities that are greater than 4 and less than 50 play portando or port. Velocities that are greater than 0 and less than 4 will play glissando. So you really got to play real softly on your keyboard. So here's the legato. Portando. I think I'm going to have a problem getting the glissando because I don't think that this keyboard actually senses. Yeah, the lowest it'll go is 18. So actually what I'll do, can I change that? I don't think I can change that. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I should be able to change this to make it go up to 18. So you can change your things going on here. So let's try that. So that's a really pronounced kind of older style glissando. Okay, so that's kind of enough of the violins here. One thing I do like to check out is the first chair is very useful. It's a very expressive. They did a very good job with it. So I'm just going to play a little bit of that for you real quick, and then we'll move to some cellos, and then that'll be the end. And I'll play a song that I use these in. Okay, so this is the LPG, the Legato Portando Glissando patch. So, very well done, as you can see. Yeah, but when you get to play notes pretty fast, it sometimes can get a little freaky on you, so you got to be careful there. Now, I don't know if I have a patch that specifically has this problem, but one of the problems that I've encountered is some of these notes are really out of tune. So I'm going to try, and I think it's going to be in the first chair, Legato Portando. Because they pride themselves on saying we have the most realistic sounds because we don't add all of our all the auto-tune stuff like East West Quantum Leap and those different companies. But let's see if I can find it. So can you hear that go sharp there at the beginning from that fourth? So and that's not even close to the worst. There are some that are much worse. So that's the first chair. Whatever that is. Okay, I don't really know that. But anyway, that's your first chair cello. And another thing that I'm going to look at here is called the articulation tool, something like that. Okay, well, I'll open up some high spiccatos to show you what this is. This is in the ensemble patches. Now you see this little menu here. Now this, some people rave about. Personally, I never use it because I don't like it. Basically, it lets you hold down your sustain pedal, and I don't have a sustain pedal, so I can't really show it to you. But and it will play 16th notes automatically. So and these are the velocities that we're looking at. And if you hold down your sustain pedal and just hold down that key, as you can see I'm doing, which I don't have a sustain pedal, so it's not working, then it will just continuously play that da 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 all day. Now the problem I have with that is that if you're recording and you play that slightly off, it's going to kill your ear because it is off by just a fraction of a second. But they did a very good job with their spiccatos, particularly, in my opinion. I use the cello spiccatos all the time, with their full section mix, I will use the spiccato just because they're perfectly recorded. I think they did an absolutely great job. But this is one of the things I'll use. So just one of those is just one thing that I use a lot. So, and then the next video will be a comparison between cinematic strings and LA scoring strings. I don't think, I haven't yet to find a video that does this on YouTube, so I think I might be the first one. So I'm hoping that'll have a good amount of buzz around it. But as always, I'm going to play a song that features LA scoring strings. So I'll leave you out with that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, rate, comment, do whatever. Check out my channel, watch my other videos. Thank you, and good night. So that's LA scoring strings. Thanks again.